I'm not sure there's anybody in media who's been harder on Joe Rogan than me in recent times. Because Joe Rogan was a guy who supported Bernie Sanders in the past. He had many liberals and lefties on, people like myself, people like Abby Martin. And by all accounts, seemed like a decent dude whose heart was in the right place. He in the past had advocated for universal health care on his show and higher wages and ending wars.
So what is up, y'all? We are back. We are so back. This takedown of Joe Rogan by Kyle Kulinski is epic beyond measure. Kyle Kulinski does not hold back on Joe Rogan. Kyle Kulinski torches Joe Rogan. Kyle Kulinski demolishes Joe Rogan. Kyle Kulinski I don't even know what else. I almost feel like I don't know what else to say. It's extraordinary. Extraordinary. And we're going to enjoy it. Let's go ahead and enjoy it together, guys.
And all that stuff. And then as time went by, he sort of got cocooned in a right-wing echo chamber surrounded by right-wing MMA fighters and comedians and politicians and commentators and shit like that. And eventually he just went full mask off MAGA, right? He literally endorsed Donald. He had Donald Trump on the podcast, gave him a fucking hot stone massage and jacked him off, and then endorsed him afterwards. He also had J.D. Vance on the podcast. And probably even more, I don't know if it's even more unforgivable or equally unforgivable, probably equally. He also has on some billionaire robber baron oligarch seemingly every couple weeks, whether it's Mark Andreessen or Peter Thiel or Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk every fucking Tuesday, right?
Yeah, I started noticing that too. I was like, what's going on? It started with Gad Sad, and then I was like, what's going on? And then Mark Andreessen, when I saw Peter Thiel, I was like, whoa. I was like, I mean, hey, whatever, right? Like, we can have conversations. We can have conversations. But I was like, there's no way you can't. Like, you're owned. Like, because if you were not owned, he wouldn't feel comfortable coming on your show. And the part where Kyle says about giving Trump a hot stone massage and rubbing his feet, there's a moment where you think about that and it's like, hey, maybe he's taking it too far. No. After I saw the clip of Joe Rogan saying, I would not interview Trump because the amount of time I would need to do research, it would take me weeks so I could make sure to push back on him on literally everything that he says. This did not happen on the podcast. He didn't even call him out for the jab. So a lot of people call out Joe Rogan for that. But let's get back into it, guys. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Definitely hit the like and subscribe. Comment below, guys. Let's have fun. Let's turn this into a community. Let's have fun.
Right. So I ran out of sympathy. Right, I ran out of sympathy for the dude because it's like you went full right wing, you went full mask off, and everything you claimed to believe in the past, you don't believe in it. You're endorsing a guy who stands for the exact opposite of everything you said you believed in, right? And then also he's a cautionary tale of how just a tsunami of misinformation and conspiracy theories and bullshit online can just warp somebody's mind in real time, right? So, but now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a little update here for you. And I'll ask you the question, and you can comment below after you watch the whole thing, and you let me know. Obviously, you'll hear my thoughts throughout this, but has Joe Rogan grown a pair of balls, and has he criticized Donald Trump here? That's my question for you.
Well, that'll be my question for you guys, too. Comment below. Let's get into it. And I'm going to give you my take is going to be a little different from Kyle's. That's why it's worth to stay here and watch, okay? Stay here and watch. Mine is different. It's a good take, okay? All right.
Now, I'm not saying has he grown balls like big elephant balls. I'm saying has he sprouted some tiny little pea-sized balls? That's the question, okay? So let's watch. We'll break it down as we go. He has on the host of the Triggernometry show. I can't with those guys. Oh, I can't. All these podcasters that came out of nowhere where they just rode the wave of like, political correctness, bro, left-wing snowflakes, bro, cancel culture, bro, pink-haired college kids, bro.
Gosh, he's so right, Tim. Let me find out. Like, yo, he's so right. It's so annoying. And it's just so annoying. Like, bro. That's exactly, there's a lot of these people, they are grifting. And I'm not saying that you have to agree with everything that Kyle says. I'm just saying that they're like, woke, the woke mob, woke, the woke mob, the woke mob, the woke mob, the woke. It's like, shut the like, are you serious? We're literally putting like bomber jets at Diego Garcia right now for Iran. And these people are still talking about woke today. Okay, sorry. Let's just get back to it.
All the fucking asshole podcasts that came out of that, right? Just riding that wave of like, in the left, woke. I hate all of them so much. They're such hacks. It's such low-hanging fruit. It was such a, how can I get popular? Oh, I'll say that, right? So anyway, here they go.
31-year-old makeup artist falsely deported to El Salvador prison, lawyer says. Immigration attorney a gay Venezuelan makeup artist seeking asylum in the U.S. was wrongly detained as a gang member and deported to El Salvador, a case becoming a flashpoint in the debate over the Trump administration's deportation of hundreds of migrants to a notoriously inhumane El Salvador mega prison. Man. So again, it's hard to know.
Yeah, it's hard to...
It's hard to know! Oh, man. What am I going to do with this? Here are a list of undeniable facts about innocent people who were illegally shipped off to an El Salvador slave labor camp. It's hard to know, bro. Oh, is it? It's hard. Why is it hard to know? I'll tell you why it's hard to know. It's hard to know because you're fucking buddies with Trump and Dana White and J.D. Vance and Elon Musk, and you talk to them on a regular fucking basis, and you went to his inauguration and you want to fucking party and do podcasts in Mar-a-Lago. That's why it's hard to know.
It's hard to know, too, because a lot of this stuff that's happening, they are preparing something for the American citizen, the likes of which we'll never, we can't even imagine. This is not a doom and gloom channel, by the way. Please don't forget the like and subscribe button and the notification bell. Every time I see stuff like this, of course, it's a shame what happened to the person. But when Nayib Bukele says, hey, we'll take some of your violent criminals too, I'm like, nope, not in a world where we are saying that people can't write op-eds without being kidnapped and removed from the country, okay? Op-eds about Israel, okay? So we're only 2 seconds from, words of violence. By the way, a take that was too woke before. It was woke. And it's not that woke anymore. There's something being built. There's a system being built right now that a lot of people aren't paying attention to. So after you have somebody like a Peter Thiel on your show, yeah, it better be freaking hard to know. This guy with his surveillance stuff and his facial recognition. By the way, they use facial recognition on the students in the universities. You think they're not going to use this stuff when you people are crazy. I'm not afraid because a lot of stuff is already prophesied anyway. God is so good, right? But, bro, when I see it, I'm not going to look the other way. I'm going to say, oh, we're building it. Okay.
Right? That's why it's hard to know. I like these guys, and I'm in the friend group, but, this sounds really bad and totally indefensible. So, it's hard to know. It's hard. It ain't fucking hard to know. It's right there in front of you. Man up. Say it.
What's real and what's not real, but if it is real, this is fucking horrible.
But if you think about it, Joe,
that's as good as you're going to get. That's as good as you're going to get from 2025 Joe Rogan.
This is as good as you're going to get for real. This guy blocked me. And when I finally come off the faceless, which I eventually will, this guy's a tool. Why is he even involved? He doesn't even live here.
If it is real, it's horrible. We know it's real. Say it's fucking horrible unequivocally and call out your boy. Call him out. Fuck, you say it on the podcast and then call him on the fucking phone. Hey, are you destroying due process? Are you destroying the Constitution? Are you ripping up the First Amendment? What the fuck are you doing?
Say if you're rounding up hundreds of people, mistakes are going to get made because everyone's human.
100%.
And you then have to have a system, I think, that allows you to amend and make adjustments for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love how he's as vaguely as possible describing what due process is. We should probably have a system where, if they try to arrest you or deport you or take you somewhere or something, that, you check to make sure it's correct and you, present evidence or something, maybe to somebody we can call a judge? Yeah, a judge. What? You're describing due process.
That literally is what they're describing. But, here's a take that Kyle isn't going to probably go there. I am going to go there. A lot of these people. You know what, Kristen Keeson, whatever. he's excited to talk about this is because he wants all the anti-Semitism out of this world. So he said, "Oh, we should come up with a checks and balances." You guys are probably like, "Wait a minute, what does deportation have to do with that?" Again, I told you they're building a system. They are building a system. So when you see these kind of things happen, look, we live in a world of Patriot Act. That's nothing for them to call somebody a domestic terrorist and say that they need to remove them and put them in Gitmo or something. Okay? I'm not just where the ball is. I'm where the ball is going. That's what we do on this show. And if it's too much for you, please stick around because I think that you'll still like it. Thank you for watching.